करिष्यामि मा शुचा
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य
मामेकं शरणं व्रज
मामेकं शरणं व्रज
अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो
अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो
मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचा
मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचा।
वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते 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 वासुदेवाय।
So this verse, this is the 66th verse of 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
ये जो भगवत गीता के श्लोक हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, ये 66 नंबर श्लोक 18 अध्याय है।
And as it is in the ending part, the concluding part of Bhagavad Gita, so we take this verse as the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita.
तो ये भगवत गीता के अंतिम अध्याय है, उसमें जो उपसंहार है, उपसंहार में भगवान ये जो भगवत गीता का जो उपसंहार है, सिद्धांत कंक्लूजन है, इसमें भगवान दिए।
Actually, Bhagavad Gita is a book of complete knowledge.
वास्तव में भगवत गीता जो है वो एक ज्ञान की पुस्तक है
And it includes all types of knowledge and something more also.
और ये सब तरह का ज्ञान इसमें सम्मिलित हुआ है।
This Bhagavad Gita is a summary of Vedas, it is summary of Puranas, it is practically speaking summary of all Upanishads, and there are something extra which are not found in Vedas, which are not found in Upanishads. There are something extra also.
तो ये सारे वेदों उपनिषद पुराण के सारे और ऐसे भी है कि जो हम लोग पुराण उपनिषद में हमको मिलता नहीं तो ये सब भगवत गीता में है।
So although the book is very small, but it is very special book because it is summarized by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself.
ये ग्रंथ देखने के लिए इतने छोटे लगते हैं, लेकिन ये विशेष ग्रंथ है क्योंकि भगवान कृष्ण ने इसको बताएं, भगवान के मुखार मन से निकला।
Krishna himself summarizes all the Vedic knowledge.
तो कृष्ण खुद अपने ये जो वैदिक ज्ञान के सार को दिए।
Krishna in the previous chapters he explained Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, so many different varieties of yogas Krishna explained.
तो जो पूर्ववर्ती अध्याय में हम लोग देखते हैं कि भगवान बहुत सारे अलग अलग जो कर्म योग, ज्ञान योग, ध्यान योग के बारे में बताए।
According to this last conclusion, that we should give up all varieties of methods, whatever Krishna explained in previous chapters, we should give up.
तो इसमें उपसंहार में भगवान बोलते हैं कि जो सो अगले सब अध्याय में जो बताए हैं तो इस सबको छोड़ना है।
Then if it is to be given up, then why Krishna is explaining all these things? Looks like little unnecessary. If ultimately it has to be given up, why he has explained all these things?
अगर ये सब को छोड़ना है तो भगवान फिर क्यों ये सब अगला चैप्टर में इसके बारे में बताए?
Because there are different kinds of recipient. All recipients are not same.
क्योंकि अलग अलग तरह का ग्रहणकारी है, ये सब समान नहीं है, तो इसलिए भगवान ने बताया।
Just like in a school, there are different classes. Like there is nursery class, KG1, KG2. Like this, there are 10th class, then 12th class, then graduation, master degree, PhD. So, like this, Bhagavad Gita is also arranged in such a way by Lord Krishna that those who are in nursery level, they also can begin their spiritual journey.
तो जैसे हम स्कूल में देखते हैं क्लास नर्सरी, क्लास 1, क्लास 2, मेट्रिकुलेशन, तो उसके बाद फिर कॉलेज, जैसे PhD, ऐसे अलग अलग लेवल का है। तो ये जो भगवत गीता है ये सब तरह के लोगों के लिए, जो प्राइमरी एकदम प्राथमिक अवस्था में भक्ति जीवन का, उसके लिए भी है।
So the nursery level is karma.
तो जो नर्सरी जो स्तर है वो कर्म है।
So this karma can be connected to Krishna.
तो ये जो कर्म है ये कृष्ण के साथ इसको संयोग किया जा सकता है.
Krishna, in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, I think in 3rd chapter, Krishna explained karma yoga.
कृष्ण ये जो भगवद गीता के प्रारंभ है तृतीय अध्याय तीसरा अध्याय में ये कर्मयोग के बारे में समझाया है.
So karma yoga means activities, action.
कर्म का मतलब है जो क्रियाकलाप है.
Sometimes less intelligent people, they misunderstand karma yoga.
तो कभी-कभी ऐसा है कि जो कम बुद्धिमान वाले हैं वो कर्मयोग को गलत समझते हैं.
They say karma is dharma.
वो लोग बोलते हैं कर्म ही धर्म है.
So somebody is selling wine and he is telling it is dharma.
कोई दारू बेचता है और ये भी धर्म है.
Somebody is, no, don't mind, maybe some of you are involved in that, but I am not trying to offend anybody. I am not trying to offend anybody, but we must know what is dharma and what is not dharma.
हम आप लोग को असम्मानित करना अपमानित करना नहीं चाहता हूँ. हो सकता है तो लास्ट में क्या बोला?
I am not trying to offend anybody. I just want to make clear what is dharma.
ये जो कर्म और धर्म के बारे में तो आपका गलत धारणा है उसको समझने के लिए बोलना.
Somebody is selling marijuana, you know marijuana? Ganja.
कोई marijuana बेचता है, गंजा बेचता है.
So he may say, he may claim it is my dharma because it is my work.
तो ये कोई वो भी बोल सकता है ये भी मेरा धर्म है.
So in this way, even a murderer, sometimes they take some money. Suppose if you give some murderer some few lakhs of rupees, he can kill somebody, against of that money.
तो कभी कोई जो हत्याकारी होता है वो कभी ऐसे अर्थ लेकर कोई से मर्डर भी करना चाहता है तो वो सोचता है वो भी मेरा कर्म है.
So he may claim I am karma yogi because I am doing my karma.
तो वो भी दावा कर सकता है कि मैं भी मेरा अपना कर्म करता हूँ, मैं भी कर्मयोगी हूँ.
So in this, if we take karma yoga in that sense, it is actually a kind of misunderstanding.
हम उसी तरह कर्म को लेते हैं तो ये तो एक गलत इसका गलत तरीका से हम लोग लेते हैं.
So then all animals are karma yogi.
तो ऐसा तो सोचेंगे तो जो जितना पशु है वो सारे कर्मयोगी हैं.
So that explanation is not correct. That any karma is karma yoga. It is not correct.
तो ये जो सोचते हैं कि कोई भी कर्म करो ये कर्मयोगी है, ये ठीक नहीं.
So that's why Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita, Jat karoshi jadasnashi jajjuhoshi dadashi jat tapasyashi kantaya tat kurusya madarpanam.
तो इसलिए भगवान समझाते हैं गीता में जत करोषि जदस्नासि जज्जुहोषि ददासि जत तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत् कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्.
That means all karma should be connected to Krishna, should be surrendered to Krishna, should be offered to Krishna.
तो इसका मतलब है कि जितना सारा हम कर्म करते हैं वो कृष्ण के साथ युक्त होना चाहिए.
That's why it is called.
कृष्ण को सब समर्पित होना चाहिए.
And that's why it is called yoga. Yoga means connection.
तो इसका जो बताया गया इस योग बताया जो कृष्ण के साथ कनेक्टेड होना चाहिए.
In Sanskrit there are two words, yoga and vyuga.
संस्कृत में दो शब्द है, एक योग है एक वियोग है.
Vyuga means separation
योग मतलब अलग कर देना
and yoga means connection.
योग मीन्स मतलब भगवान से जोड़ना करना संयुक्त करना.
But if I say, okay, I am smoking ganja, so that ganja I will connect with Krishna.
तो यदि हम लोग बोलते हैं कि मैं गंजा पीता हूँ और वो ये भगवान के साथ इसको नहीं जोड़ता,
It cannot be connected
ये जो नहीं हो सकता
because Krishna doesn't permit.
कारण कृष्ण इसको अनुमति नहीं देते हैं.
So, if you want to connect our karma with Krishna, I must know what kind of karma is granted, sanctioned by Krishna.
तो कोई हम कर्म कृष्ण के साथ युक्त करना चाहता हूँ तो हमको जानना चाहिए कि मैं कौन सा कर्म कर रहा हूँ.
So, the Krishna says, Jat Karashi, whatever you do, Jat Karashi, Jadasnashi, whatever you eat, we are eating, people are eating so many nasty things also. If you travel throughout the world, you will find people are eating so many nasty things.
तो हम लोग कुछ खाते हैं तो देखते हैं हम विश्व में, आप देखेंगे क्या क्या चीज लोग नहीं खाते हैं.
If you go to China, they eat even snake.
अब चाइना में जाएंगे तो उधर सांप भी खाते हैं.
So that snake cannot be offered to Krishna.
तो वो सांप को आप भगवान को अर्पण नहीं कर सकते.
If you go to Burma, they eat nappi. Nappi, they eat nappi. One recipe called, one item called nappi.
अगर बर्मा आप जाएंगे म्यांमार, तो उसमें एक आइटम है, वो खाना बनाते हैं, उसको नापी बोलते हैं.
Nappi, nappi,
That is Burmese word.
Burmese word. Okay. So it is not available here. Here we are not habituated to that kind of food. But Prabhupada said in Burma, when His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur opened Gauriya Math first time, the neighboring people are eating nappi.
तो प्रभुपाद जी गुरुदेव, तो जब वो बर्मा में गए थे गौड़िया मठ स्थापित करने के लिए, तो उसके जो जहाँ प्रोग्राम हो रहा था गौड़िया मठ भवन में, जो नेबर लोग है वो नापी खा रहे थे.
And in Gauriya Math, every day they used to fry puri with pure cow ghee.
तो जो गौड़िया मठ उस टाइम प्रतिष्ठा हुआ था, तो उस टाइम गौड़िया मठ में वो भक्त लोग प्योर घी में पूरी भाज रहे थे.
So then the objection came from the neighbors.
तो जो ये अभियोग जो पड़ोसी लोग से आया,
Objection is that what kind of nasty things you are frying, we cannot tolerate the smell.
वो बोल रहे थे क्या तुम लोग कर रहे हो, इतना बदबू आ रहा है, स्मेल आ रहा है.
They cannot tolerate smell of ghee,
तो वो लोग घी का गंध पसंद नहीं हो रहा था,
but they could tolerate the smell of nappi.
तो वो लोग नापी का गंध सकते थे. सो प्लीज डिस्क्राइब रिगार्डिंग
Nappi, you want to learn the recipe? Okay, they take an earthen pot, big earthen pot.
तो वो लोग जो नापी के बारे में थोड़ा समझाते हैं प्रभु जी. तो आप एक बहुत बड़ा मिट्टी का घड़ा लेते हैं,
And whatever dead body they find,
जितना सब मरा हुआ सड़ा हुआ सब लेते हैं.
dead dog, dead cats, dead cockroach, dead rats, dead
कुत्ता, बिल्ली, चूहा, सब जो मरा हुआ उसको लेके वो बैग में रखते हैं.
Then they cover the mouth.
Mixed dead body recipe.
Uh-huh.
Not mixed vegetable, mixed dead body. Mixed
मिक्स डेड बॉडी,
हाँ.
मिक्स डेड बॉडी. तो उसको लेके उधर गड्ढा में रख के उसको
They cover the pot.
बंद कर देते हैं.
Then they keep it underground for minimum 6 months and maximum 1 year.
तो उसको मिट्टी में डाल देना, पोती में एक बार 6 महीना एक साल के लिए डाल देते हैं.
Then after 1 year, generally 1 year, they open it.
उसके एक साल के बाद उसको खोलते हैं.
Then they mix lot of water with that rotten, 1 year rotten meat, flesh.
तो उसके बाद उसमें कुछ पानी भी मिलाते हैं, एक साल जो सड़ा हुआ मांस, जो डेड बॉडी का मांस.
Then they churn it like butter, they churn it.
उसके बाद उसको ऐसे जैसे दही मथते हैं वैसा मथते हैं उसको.
Then they filter it with some cloth.
तो उसको फिल्टर करते हैं, कपड़ा लेके छानते हैं.
Then that liquid they collect in different bottles like this. Many bottles of, they put it in many bottles, and the cork is locked.
तो उसके बाद उसको बटल करके रखते हैं.
So that is their most favorite recipe, most favorite item.
तो वो लोग का ये सबसे प्रिय पसंदीदा आइटम.
So when there is some marriage, they will distribute like 1 spoon, 2 spoon with rice.
शादी विवाह होता है तो 1-2 चम्मच उसमें डाल देते हैं.
They say with this they can eat double.
तो इसको खाते, मैंने इसको जो लेते हैं साथ में वो डबल खा सकते हैं.
If they eat 100 gram rice, they will take 200 gram rice.
और 100 ग्राम राइस खाते हैं तो इसको साथ में लेंगे तो 200 ग्राम राइस खा सकते हैं.
So that nappi cannot be offered to Krishna.
तो नापी भगवान बोले अर्पण कर सकते हैं.
So they could happily tolerate the smell of nappi, but they could not tolerate the smell of ghee.
देखिए आप विचार करिए, ये लोग नापी का इतना बदबू दुर्गंध को सहन कर सकते हैं, लेकिन घी का गंध को सहन नहीं कर पाते हैं।
Prabhupada said that when they open that nappi pot, then around 3-4 kilometers the smell is spread.
तो जब वो नापी का पटल खोलते हैं ना, तो 3-4 किलोमीटर तक का गंध बदबू
So anyway, Nana Joni Sada Fire Kadarja Bhakkana Kare. People are, I mean, soul is transmigrating from one body to another body and they are eating all nasty things.
तो ऐसे शास्त्र में बताया गया है कि जो ऐसे बद्ध जीव है, वो ऐसे एक जन्म से दूसरा जन्म लेता है और तरह तरह के ऐसे कदर्ज भक्षण करते हैं।
In China they also eat some insects.
चाइना में आप देखेंगे ये बहुत तरह का कीड़ा खाते हैं।
There is a saying that in China they eat everything in sky except aeroplane and they eat everything in water except submarine.
तो ऐसे बताया जाता है ये आकाश में जितना तरह का जीव है, एयरप्लेन को विमान को छोड़कर, वायु विमान को छोड़कर सब खाते हैं, और पानी में मैरीन जो जहाज को छोड़कर जितना जल जीव है सबको खाते हैं।
This is just a joke, but it is fact. In China they eat everything.
तो ये आप लोग एक मजाक समझ सकते हैं, लेकिन ये सच है।
I am from Tripura, and many people in Tripura, they do frog business. They collect frog and send to China.
तो मैं त्रिपुरा से हूँ, तो बहुत सारे लोग बेंग में क्या बोलते हैं, मेढक का बिजनेस करते हैं, वो वहाँ से चाइना भेजते हैं त्रिपुरा से।
So this type of food cannot be offered to Krishna.
तो इस तरह का जो खाद्य है भगवान को अर्पण नहीं कर सकते।
So when Krishna says, whatever you eat, offer to me, we must know whatever food is granted, sanctioned by Krishna.
तो जो कृष्ण बोलते हैं तुम मेरे को अर्पण करो, तो हमको जानना चाहिए कि किस तरह का खाद्य, किस तरह का चीज हम भगवान को अर्पण कर सकते हैं।
Patrang pushpang phalang toyam jame bhakta prajachati tadaham bhakta paritam asnami prajatatmana.
तो भगवान गीता में बोलते हैं पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं जो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्तिपवृतं अस्नामि प्रतात्मनः।
If with devotion and love you offer some fruits, some vegetarian food, that I will accept. Some leaves, green leaves, vegetables, that cook nicely and offer to me with devotion and love, that I will accept.
तब भक्ति प्रेम से, भक्ति भाव से भगवान को एक पत्ता, एक फूल, एक फल या थोड़ा सा पानी भी भगवान को प्रेम से अर्पण करते हैं, या भक्ति भाव से कुछ ऐसे रंधन करके देते हैं, भगवान उसको सादर से ग्रहण करते हैं।
So cooking is karma, but when you offer, I mean your cooked items to Krishna, it becomes karma yoga.
तो आप जो रंधन करते हैं वो एक कर्म है, लेकिन वो रंधन किया हुआ जो चीज आप भगवान को जो अर्पण करते हैं वो कर्म योग होता है।
Simply cooking is not karma yoga.
खाली अपने कुकिंग करना ये कर्म योग नहीं है।
And without offering, if you eat, in Bhagavad Gita, it is written that you are eating only sinful reaction.
तो भगवद गीता में ऐसे बताया गया है, अगर भगवान को अर्पण नहीं करते हैं तो आप खाली ऐसे
Bhunjate te taghang papa je pachanta atma karanat. Those who are cooking for their enjoyment, not for offering to Krishna, they are cooking for their own enjoyment. They are eating sin in every morsel.
तो ऐसे भगवद गीता बताया भुंजन्ति ते तघं पापा जे पचन्ति आत्मकारणात्। जो लोग अपने खुद अपने के लिए पकाते हैं लेकिन भगवान को नहीं अर्पण करते हैं, वो केवल हर दाने में पाप ही भक्षण करते हैं।
So Jatkarashi, Jadashnashi, Jajjahoshi, whatever jagga, whatever sacrifice you do it for Krishna.
तो कोई भी हवन करते हैं, कोई यज्ञ करते हैं, जो ये त्याग तपस्या करते हैं, वो भगवान की प्रसन्नता के लिए करते हैं।
Jajjahoshi, Dadashi, Jad, whatever you donate for Krishna.
तो कुछ भी हम दान देते हैं तो भगवान के लिए दीजिए, कृष्ण के लिए।
Jajjahoshi, Dadashi, Jat Tapushashi, whatever austerity and penances you perform for Krishna.
तो कोई भी तपस्या यज्ञ करते हैं तो भगवान को अर्पण करिए।
So in one verse, in one sloka, Krishna summarized the whole karma yoga.
तो एक ही श्लोक में भगवान सारे कर्मयोग का सार बताते हैं।
What is that essence? That you turn your karma into devotion.
तो वो क्या है, वो जो कर्मयोग को भक्ति में आप परिवर्तन कीजिए।
So that means karma yoga becomes bhakti yoga.
तो उसके बाद इसका अर्थ है कर्मयोग भक्ति योग में बंधन।
Then Krishna explained about buddhi yoga.
उसके बाद भगवान कृष्ण बुद्धि योग के बारे में बताते हैं।
Buddhi or intelligence should be applied to understand Krishna.
तो हमारा जो बुद्धि है उसको किस चीज में लगाना है, भगवान कृष्ण को समझने के लिए।
This mobile should be put into silent mode. Whose mobile is?
कृपा करके साइलेंट मोड में रखिए, बाद में थोड़े सत्संग में भगवान की बात करते हैं तो डिस्टर्ब होता है, तो कृपा करके इसको साइलेंट मोड में रखिए।
तेषामेव अनुकंपार्थम अहम अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भाष्यता. Krishna says that I remove his all dirty things from his mind. One who becomes devotee, my devotee, I clarify, I filter his intelligence.
भगवान गीता में बोलते हैं तेसं एवानुकंपार्थं अहं अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. तो जो मेरा भक्ति करते हैं उनका दिमाग में जो गंदी चीज है, उसके अंदर जो अनवांटेड थिंग्स अनर्थ है, तो उस शोक को मैं दूरीभूत करता हूँ.
तेषामेव no, that is तेषां सतत युक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धि योगं तं येन माम् उपजन्ति ते. So I become merciful to them and I give them buddhi yoga, intelligence connected to God.
और भी एक जगह बोलते हैं भगवान तेषां सतत युक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धि योगं तं येन माम् उपजन्ति ते. तो मैं उनको कृपा करके, विशेष कृपा करके उनको बुद्धि प्रदान करता हूँ.
So buddhi, you see, if buddhi is misdirected, there are many terrorists, they are very very brilliant, very very intelligent, but they misdirect their buddhi,
आप
intelligence.
देखते हैं ना बहुत जो उग्रवादी है वो भी बुद्धि लगाते हैं, लेकिन मिसडायरेक्टेड गलत तरीका से बुद्धि यूज करते हैं.
And Krishna says, I give intelligence by which you can understand me.
भगवान बोलते हैं जी मैं बुद्धि जो ऐसा प्रदान करूं जिसके द्वारा मेरे को समझ सकते हो.
Janamam upajantite, by which you can approach me, by which you can achieve me.
तो जिससे तुम मेरे को प्राप्त कर सकोगे.
So in this way, buddhi yoga turns into bhakti.
तो इसका ऐसा ही हम देखते हैं कि ऐसा बुद्धि जो को यूज करेंगे तो वो भक्ति है.
Then about jnana, which is related to buddhi, because without buddhi you cannot achieve jnana. About jnana also Krishna says, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mang prapaddate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha.
बहुनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वमिति समात्मा सुदुर्लभः.
So that means jnana also becomes matured in bhakti, devotion.
तो इसका मतलब है कि ज्ञान भी भक्ति में परिपक्व हो जाता है.
Bahunam janmanam ante, after many many births of practicing jnana, jnanavan mang prapaddate, surrenders unto me, unto Krishna.
जन्म जन्म तक एक आदमी बहुत ऐसे ज्ञान का अभ्यास करने के बाद ही वो भक्ति में उसका ये रूपांतरित हो जाता है.
And he can understand Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Krishna is everything.
तो उस टाइम वो समझता है उस समय कि कृष्ण जो वासुदेव है वो सब कुछ है.
Shamahatma Sudurlabha. That kind of personality, so that kind of great personalities are very very rare.
उस तरह का महान व्यक्तित्व बहुत दुर्लभ है.
So that means here also see Jnanavan mang prapaddate. Jnana also turns into bhakti.
तो यहाँ हम देखते हैं कि ज्ञानवान प्रपद्यते, यहाँ जो ज्ञान है वो भक्ति में इस तरह परिवर्तित हो जाता है.
Then Krishna explains about Ashtanga Yoga.
तो उसके बाद भगवान अष्टांग योग के बारे में बताते हैं.
Jam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. There are eightfold yoga system.
तो जो अष्टांग योग सिस्टम है, आसन प्राणायाम ध्यान धारणा समाधि, उसके बारे में भगवान बताते हैं.
So then Krishna says at the end of explaining Ashtanga Yoga, Krishna says, Jaginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana श्रद्धावान भजते जो मांग समे युक्त तमो मतः।
तो भगवान ये अष्टांग योग का अंत में होते हैं योगिनाम भी सर्वेशांग मद्गतेनांतरात्मना श्रद्धावान भजते जो मांग समे युक्त।
Among all these Ashtanga yogis, those who are serving me with devotion, they are the best.
ये जो अष्टांग योगी है जो मेरे को भक्ति योग में सेवा करता है वो सबसे उत्तम है, बेस्ट।
So Krishna could directly tell all these things. Why he is telling Buddhi Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Karma Yoga? He could directly tell Bhakti Yoga is the best.
तो भगवान इसे बोल सकते थे भक्ति योग सबसे उत्तम है, तो क्यों फिर बताते हैं कर्म योग, ज्ञान योग, ध्यान योग, अष्टांग योग, क्यों इसे बताते हैं?
Because there are different kinds of people, they have different kinds of digestive power, all are not in same level, as the nursery student and PhD level students are not on the same level.
तो इसका कारण है कि सब लोग का जो स्तर है समान नहीं है।
And Krishna is very merciful, he does not, he doesn't want that anybody should escape from his mercy.
तो भगवान बहुत दयालु है, वो नहीं चाहते कि कोई उनके भक्ति से बात पड़े।
So those who are attached to karma, okay, you are also welcome. Those who are attached to jnana, you are also welcome. Those who are attached to intellectual, exercise, they are also welcome. Those who are attached to Ashtanga Yoga, they are also welcome, like this.
तो भगवान देखते हैं कि तुम ये व्यक्ति कर्म के प्रति आसक्त है, ठीक है, कर्म से आ जाओ। कोई ज्ञान के प्रति आसक्त है, ज्ञान योग में आ जाओ। कोई अष्टांग योग के प्रति आसक्त है, उनका अच्छा लगता है, तो भगवान बताते हैं कि आ जाओ अष्टांग योग। तो सबको भगवान कृपा करते हैं।
And that means Krishna knows Bhakti Yoga is the best, but he knows that very few people will be attracted to this Bhakti Yoga because many people are attracted to different kinds of methods.
कृष्ण जानते हैं, बताते हैं भक्ति जो सर्वश्रेष्ठ है, लेकिन देखते हैं कि बहुत तरह तरह का लोग अलग अलग चीजों के प्रति आकृष्ट है, तो इसीलिए
he is offering all this type of yogas, karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga.
भगवान ये सब अलग अलग लोगों की रुचि के अनुसार ये बताते हैं।
But finally, in the 18th chapter, Krishna is telling the final conclusion.
तो यहाँ ऐसा देखा जाता है जो अंत में, जो अंतिम अध्याय में भगवान जो गीता का सार है वो बताते हैं।
So he is telling Sarva Dharman Paritejya, give up all varieties of religion that I have explained in the previous chapters.
तो भगवान यहाँ बताते कि अरे जितना में सब पूर्व अगला अध्याय में पिछले अध्याय में सब मैं जितना जो सिखाया हूँ वो सब छोड़ दो।
Krishna also explained Varnashram, Chaturvarnang Maya Srishtam, Guna Karma Vibhagasha, Tasya Kartaram Upimang Vidhi, Akartaram Abhayam. That also Varnashram system Krishna explained in I think 4th chapter.
तो वर्णाश्रम जो पद्धति है, विभाग है, प्रथा है, तो उसको भगवान चतुर्थ अध्याय में समझाया है।
So Arjuna, according to Varnashram system, Arjuna was a Kshatriya.
वर्णाश्रम सिस्टम के अनुसार अर्जुन एक क्षत्रिय थे।
So Arjuna, in the beginning Krishna said to work according to Varnashram.
तो प्रारंभ में भगवान कृष्ण ने बोले थे जो अपना वर्ण और आश्रम के अनुसार एक कर्म करना है।
And now Krishna is telling, give up your Varnashram also.
तो यहाँ भगवान अभी देखते हैं, हम लोग अंतिम अध्याय बोलते हैं तुम्हारे वर्णाश्रम को भी धर्म को भी छोड़ दो।
So does it mean that Arjuna should stop fighting?
तो इसका मतलब है कि भगवान अर्जुन जो अपना जो युद्ध करना उसको छोड़ दे।
According to Varnashram system, Arjuna's duty is to perform fighting, yuddha.
तो वर्णाश्रम पद्धति के अनुसार अर्जुन को युद्ध करना चाहिए।
So then Krishna is telling, give up your Varnashram and surrender unto me.
तो देखते हैं कि भगवान बोलते हैं सब कुछ छोड़ दो, तुम्हारा वर्णाश्रम धर्म छोड़ दो और मेरे शरणागत हो जाओ।
So should I not fight?
इसका मतलब है कि हमें युद्ध नहीं करना।
The answer is that, yes, surrender unto me and I am Krishna telling you to fight.
तो तुम मेरे शरण में आ जाओ और मैं कृष्ण तुमको बोलता हूँ युद्ध करो, तुम करो।
It is not because you are Kshatriya, but because Krishna is ordering you.
तुम्हें क्षत्रिय बोल के ऐसा करना ये नहीं है, मैं कृष्ण तुमको बोलता हूँ तो मेरा आदेश मानकर तुम करो.
So, we are already in different status of varnashram. Somebody is businessman, somebody is farmer. Actually there are 4 varnas according to Vedic system.
तो वैदिक प्रथा के अनुसार 4 वर्ण है.
Brahmin means intellectual.
ब्राह्मण मतलब जो बुद्धिमान होते हैं.
Yajan, Jajan, Pathan, Pathan. They teach others. They study themselves. Pathan, Pathan. They teach others. Like this, there are 6 work done by the Brahmin.
तो ब्राह्मण के 6 कर्म होता है. तो जैसे अपने वो शास्त्र अध्ययन करते हैं, दूसरे को भी सिखाते हैं. ऐसे 6 तरह का कर्म ब्राह्मण करता है.
But if Brahmin surrenders unto Krishna, he should study about Krishna.
तो कोई ब्राह्मण शरणागत होना है भगवान के पास, तो वो शास्त्र अध्ययन करना.
And Kshatriya means administrative class, political class. That is Kshatriya.
क्षत्रिय का मतलब है जो शासक गोष्ठी है, शासक वर्ग है.
So if he surrenders to Krishna, he should protect the devotees and he should protect Vedic culture.
तो अगर अपना कर्म करने से तो जो भक्त लोग हैं, भक्त या डिवोटी एंड
Bhakta, that's all. If he surrenders to Krishna.
वो भगवान का शरणागत होकर भक्तों को रक्षा करना चाहिए. और
The example is Arjuna. Arjuna was a Kshatriya, but he was fighting for Krishna.
तो अर्जुन एक क्षत्रिय थे और वो भगवान के लिए युद्ध कर रहे थे.
Arjuna for himself, he was not interested in fighting.
अर्जुन अपने के लिए वो युद्ध करने के लिए वो आग्रही नहीं थे.
Arjuna already told Krishna, I want to go to Himalaya and I will maintain my body by begging.
तो अर्जुन पूरा बोल दिए थे पहले, जब मैं हिमालय जाऊंगा, मैं भिक्षा करके जीवन यापन करूंगा, तो मेरा लिए मैं युद्ध नहीं करना चाहता हूँ.
But Krishna says, okay, you don't fight for yourself, but fight for Krishna.
तो ठीक है, तुम अपने के लिए युद्ध मत करो, मेरे लिए करो.
So, Brahmin, the intellectual class, they should study about Krishna.
तो जो बुद्धिमान वर्ग है, तो वो लोग बुद्धिजीवी वर्ग है, तो वो कृष्ण के बारे में पढ़ना है.
Those who are administrative class, they should do administration for supporting Krishna's purpose.
तो जो लोग शासक गोष्ठी है, तो वो लोग भगवान के प्रसन्नता के लिए, भगवान के उद्देश्य में अपना कर्म करना चाहिए.
And those who are Vaishyas, Vaishya means a businessman and agriculturist.
तो वैश्य का मतलब है जो व्यवसाय करते हैं और वाणिज्य करते हैं और जो कृषि भी करते हैं.
So they can perform their business and agricultural activities, cow protection, to support Krishna culture.
तो वो लोग जो अपना वाणिज्य करते हैं या कृषि करते हैं, वो जो कृष्ण संस्कृति है, तो उसको रक्षा करने के लिए वो लोग करना चाहिए.
If they don't support this culture, then they are not, they are as a Vaishya, as businessman and agriculturist, their life is useless.
तो उसको समर्थन नहीं करते ये पद्धति को, तो उनके जीवन बेकार है.
Then Shudra means laborer class. They should work to support Krishna culture. To support Krishna culture. Those were Shudra.
जो जरा
Laborer class.
जो लोग शूद्र है, वो लोग ये 3 वर्णों को मदद करना है. 3
They should support Krishna culture. Krishna
वो
culture.
कृष्ण संस्कृति को सपोर्ट करना है.
Yes, they help, they assist 3 varnas. But why they assist Brahmin? Because Brahmin are supporting Krishna culture. Why they assist Kshatriya? Because Kshatriya is supporting Krishna culture. And why they assist Vaishyas? Because Vaishyas are also supporting Krishna culture.
तो क्यों ब्राह्मण को मदद करते हैं? क्यों वैष्णव ये ब्राह्मण कृष्ण संस्कृति को रक्षा करने के लिए मदद करता है. क्यों क्षत्रिय को मदद करते हैं? क्यों क्षत्रिय कृष्ण संस्कृति को समर्थन करता है. और जो वैश्य है वो भी कृष्ण का कृष्ण की सेवा को रक्षा करने के लिए, कृष्ण संस्कृति को रक्षा करने के लिए वो सेवा सहायता करता है. तो इसीलिए शूद्र इसको करते हैं. सब कृष्ण संस्कृति को रक्षा करने के लिए।
And we see in Krishna's pastime, Krishna sometimes he was acting as a Kshatriya, sometimes he was acting as a Vaishya. In the house of Nanda Maharaj, he was protecting cows, Balaram was performing agriculture work, and Balaram is non-different from Krishna. And they were actually practicing Vaishya dharma.
हम कृष्ण का भी जीवन देखते हैं, वो कृष्ण का भी तो वैसे लीला करके दिखाते हैं। वो नंद महाराज के घर में जिसे गोपालन करते हैं, बलराम के साथ, तो वो ये कृष्ण संस्कृति को, ये संस्कृति को बढ़ाने के लिए खुद अपने शिक्षा देते हैं।
In Bhagavatam it is said, Atha Pungvi Dijasreshta Varnasrama Vibhagasha Sanushtitasya Dharmasya Sangsiddhir Haritoshanam. That you perform your Varnasram duty, but to please Krishna.
तो आप अपना वर्णाश्रम धर्म पालन कर सकते हैं, इसका मतलब होना चाहिए कि हम कृष्ण को कैसे प्रसन्न करो।
If I cannot please Krishna by performing my Varnasrama duty, then my Varnasram is useless.
अगर मैं अपना कर्म करता हूँ लेकिन कृष्ण की प्रसन्नता के लिए नहीं करता हूँ, तो मेरा ये जो कर्तव्य मैं अवहेला करता हूँ।
In Bhagavatam it is said, Srama eva hi kevalam. It is only waste of time and labor.
तो इस भागवत में बताया गया है ये समय का अपचय है और श्रम भी होता है।
So, in this conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, as Krishna says, Sarva dharman paritejya, give up all varieties of religion.
तो इस कंक्लूजन, ये जो उपसंहार में भगवान बोलते हैं सब कुछ तुम छोड़ दो, सब तरह का धर्म छोड़ दो।
And it also includes all varieties of religion found in this planet.
तो ये जो ये जगत में जो भी आप धर्म देते हो, इस सबको त्याग कर मेरा शरणागत हो जाओ।
Sarva dharman paritejya, give up all varieties of religion.
तो जो तरह तरह का धर्म है उस सबको छोड़कर मेरा शरण में आ जाओ।
And who is the speaker? The Supreme Personality of Godhead.
यहाँ वक्ता कौन है? परमेश्वर परम पुरुष भगवान।
Sarva dharman paritejya, mam ekam sharanam braja. Surrender unto me only. Ekam means only one.
बताते हैं कि तुम मेरे ही शरण में आ जाओ।
Then you may think, oh, if I give up all varieties of religion, then I will become sinful.
अरे हम सोचते हैं हम सब तरह का इस धर्म छोड़ देंगे तो हम पापी हो जाएंगे।
And Krishna says, Ma Sucha, don't worry.
तो कृष्ण मान बोलते हैं मां सुचो,
Don't worry. Ghabrao mat. And ahantang sarva papibha mokshayishyami. I will protect you from all kinds of sinful reaction that you are worried about.
तुम घबराओ मत, मैं तुमको सारी तरह से जो प्रतिक्रिया कुछ रिएक्शन आएगा मैं उससे तुमको बचाऊंगा।
So when Srila Prabhupada, in a very advanced age, when he was 70 years old, he went to America with 40 rupees, Indian currency, I think, 40 rupees, he went to America.
तो हमारे जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कृष्ण भावनामृत संघ के जो संस्थापक आचार्य है श्री श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद, वो परिणत वयस में बहुत, उनकी उम्र बहुत हो गया था,
70 years old.
70 years, 70 साल में उम्र में वो 40 रुपया भारतीय मुद्रा लेकर विदेश गए थे।
And he had 2 heart attacks in the ship. He was going by ship, not by flight.
और उनका इस टाइम ऐसे सामर्थ्य नहीं था कि वो फ्लाइट से जाए, तो वो जल जहाज में कार्गो शिप में गए थे।
And within 8 years, he spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world.
तो सिर्फ 8 सालों के अंदर सारा विश्व में वो कृष्ण भावना को फैलाए।
So many people from different countries ask Prabhupada, we are practicing some kind of religion, what should we do?
तो प्रभुपाद जी को कुछ लोग पूछे थे, देखिए हम बहुत तरह का वो धर्म पालन करते हैं, हम क्या करेंगे, बोलिए।
So Prabhupada showed this verse to many of them, that God himself says, give up all varieties of religion and just surrender unto him only. Ekam means only surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
प्रभुपाद जी उस समय बहुत ऐसा लोग को ये श्लोक दिखाए थे, सर्वधर्म परित्याज्य, सब धर्म तरह का धर्म छोड़कर मेरे शरणागत हो जाओ।
And today I was listening the one report that 3 crores of people, minimum 3 crores of people throughout the world from different kinds of religion, they joined ISKCON and they started practicing Krishna consciousness.
आज मैं एक रिपोर्ट में प्रभु जी बोल रहे हैं कि पढ़ रहे थे कि सारा विश्व में अलग अलग धर्म से 3 करोड़ लोग ये इस्कॉन के ये धर्मों को अपना रहे, इस्कॉन के प्रति आकर्षित हो रहे।
This is just beginning of ISKCON.
और ये तो इस्कॉन का कुछ मात्र प्रारंभिक अवस्था है।
And in Shastra it is said within coming 10,000 years, these Krishna consciousness will be the main religion of this world.
तो शास्त्र में से बताया गया प्रेडिक्शन कि ये जो 10,000 सालों के अंदर ये जो इस्कॉन के जो धर्म है कृष्ण भावामृत, ये सारे लोग का धर्म हो जाएगा।
And Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur predicted that all religion will merge into Vaishnavism as small rivers are merging into ocean.
एक महान संत श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर जी ने बोले थे कि जैसे सारे नदी सागर में मिलते हैं, तो इसे विश्व में जितने तरह तरह का धर्म है सब एक कृष्ण भावनामृत में मिल जाएगा।
So Prabhupada started this movement and we would like to request all of you to help him, to assist him, to spread this movement everywhere.
तो हम आप सबसे प्रभुपाद जी ये आंदोलन को शुरू किए थे, आप सबसे हम निवेदन करते हैं कि इस आंदोलन को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आप सबके मदद चाहिए।
Yeah. So many of them are Hindi speaking people. I request you to distribute some Hindi Bhagavad Gita written by Prabhupada to all of them.
मैं यहाँ देखता हूँ कि प्राय लोग जो भक्त लोग हैं हिंदी भाषी है, तो मेरे को बोलने प्रभु की हिंदी गीता लाकर वितरण करो।
Prabhupada's Gita is available in, practically speaking, in all languages of this planet.
तो विशेष रूप से प्रभुपाद की जो गीता है ये विश्व में हर भाषा में अवेलेबल है, प्राप्त है।
Yesterday one professor met me and he told he is translating Bhagavad Gita in Kashi language.
तो गतकाल तो काल हम एक व्यक्ति से मिले थे जो बोले कि प्रोफेसर जी ने खासी भाषा में भी गीता अनुवाद किया।
Prabhupada wrote it in English
प्रभुपाद ओरिजिनली इंग्लिश में रचना की थे,
because Prabhupada was very intelligent and he knew if I write in English, it can be translated into different languages of the world.
तो प्रभुपाद बहुत बुद्धिमान थे, वो सोचे थे कि अगर हम इंग्लिश में बनाओ तो बहुत सारे लोग इसको अलग अलग भाषा में रूपांतरित कर।
If you come to Mayapur, you will find devotees from 150 countries minimum.
अगर आप मायापुर आएंगे तो करीब 150 देशों का लोगों का 150 देशों से भक्त आप दर्शन कर पाएंगे।
And they have taken, I think, 750 acres of land.
तो लोग 750 एकड़ जमीन उधर 750 एकड़ जमीन है।
Then there is American village, Russian village, all different groups, Chinese group, different groups are living in different areas
तो मायापुर
in
में
Mayapur.
अलग अलग एरिया है, तो जहाँ सब अलग अलग विश्व का अलग अलग कोने से आए हुए भक्त वास करते हैं।
So this all of we should support this great revolution, spiritual revolution, which will be spread all over the world. Prithivite ache jato nagaradi gram sarvatra prachar hai vimura naam. It was also predicted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
ये जो चैतन्य महाप्रभु के द्वारा ये भविष्यवाणी किया गया था, पृथ्वी ते आशय तो नगरादि ग्राम सर्वत्र प्रचार व्यामाना।
So
विश्व भर में जितना नगर गांव सब जगह भी भगवान के ये नाम का प्रचार हुआ।
So it is just beginning, and all of you please come forward to support this movement.
तो आप लोग सब आइए और इस आंदोलन को पूर्ण समर्थन देकर इसको आगे बढ़ाइए।
So now I would like to spare some time for your asking questions. If you have any questions, we will try to answer.
तो आप सबसे जो बोलते हैं अनुरोध करते हैं कि आप लोग का जो भी प्रश्न है आप पूछिए, इसके लिए प्रभु कुछ समय दे रहे हैं आपको। हरे कृष्णा, यहाँ हमारे जो आज ऑर्गेनाइज जजमान है ऑर्गेनाइजर, वो अनुरोध किए कि बिना प्रशासक में नहीं जाना है, सब लोग को सब भक्तों को प्रसाद लेकर जाना है, प्रसाद देता है। तो कोई अगर बहुत आगे चले जाते हैं तो उनको प्रसाद जरूर खिला कौन खिला। तो अभी प्रभु जी आप सबसे प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं कि आपका कोई भी प्रश्न हो उसका हम लोग डिस्कशन करेंगे, आपको उत्तर देने की कोशिश करेंगे। सब पूछिए, निशंक पूछिए।
Whatever I have explained, tried to explain, please ask your questions, mainly based on my discussion.
तो आज जो प्रभु जी आलोचना की इसके भित्ति पर हम कुछ प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं। जी, विकास जी।
Doubts are clear, then you will be. Please take Vikas. You have any questions? सब माताएं सब लोग किसी कोई भी प्रश्न हो पूछ सकते हैं। आप पहले पूछिए।
अच्छा, what is the difference between ज्ञान योग and भक्ति योग?
I already explained, Jnana is knowledge. Now you can study mathematics, that is kind of Jnana. You can study geography, that is kind of Jnana. But when you study about Krishna, that is Bhakti.
Bhakti is also one kind of karma, right? Bhakti is also one kind of a karma.
Bhakti is the root of karma.
हाँ.
Suppose you have bhakti to your family members, then you will work so hard. Why? Because you love your family members. Bhakti means love. So when you love somebody, you work for that somebody. If you love God, you work for God. So karma is controlled by bhakti. Karma is controlled by bhakti.
Working, like when you are working, you are implementing an action. So itself, bhakti become a karma. That's what I believe.
Bhakti is the root. Bhakti is the root.
But you are performing an action.
Yeah.
When you are doing a bhakti.
Yeah, your
So
bhakti.
action itself is a karma.
Action is karma, but it is inspired by bhakti.
Okay.
If you have bhakti for football, then whole day you will study magazine about football, whole day you will try to play football. If you have bhakti for football, then playing football is karma. But if I hate football, I don't have bhakti for football, I'll ignore football. But if I have bhakti for football, then I'll whole day I'll spend for playing football, reading magazine about football. So in this way, bhakti becomes the inspirational root of karma.
So that means bhakti is not at all has any link with karmas.
No, link is there. Link is there. I have bhakti for my mother, then whole day I'll serve my mother. I have bhakti for my son, whole day I'll serve my son. So it is good link is there.
Okay.
Very good
Bhakti
link.
is also part of a karma.
Huh?
Bhakti is also part of a karma.
I don't say like this. I say root of karma.
Acha. And what about Gyan?
Gyan is also produced from bhakti.
Okay.
If you have, just like I have bhakti for cinema, film, then if you ask me any question about this hero, that hero, I can answer. If I have bhakti for cricket game, if you ask me any question about Sachin Tendulkar, this or that, I can answer. But if I hate cricket, if you ask me any question about cricket, I cannot answer. So knowledge about cricket will come when you have love for cricket, and love means bhakti. When you have love for Krishna, then any question you can ask about Krishna, more or less I can answer. So exactly like karma is rooted in bhakti, Jnana is also rooted in bhakti. That was today's actually topic.
I have a question. Microphone is not.
Microphone, because it's recorded here.
Okay. My concern, I'm also practicing meditation. I'm following my guru. My concern is how to go beyond this body control, this consciousness, because this karmendriyas is always trying to capture us in its own way. So sometimes some karmendriyas is not playing the way we want it. So we may feel guilty also about it. We don't want, but the karmendriyas are never in our control. So is this the right way? Is bhakti the only solution to get the karmendriyas under control?
Yeah, in Bhagavatam it is said, Kritajadhayato Vishnum Tratayam Jajata Mukhai Dapare Paricharjayang Kalotad Harikirtanat. It is said in Satyayuga, In Satya Yuga, meditation was the right path, because at that time people are more sober, intelligent, and they are more sober. But in Satya Treta Yuga, worshipping God. Treta Yuga, worshipping God. Then Satya Treta Dwapara Yuga. No, Treta Yuga is Kritija Dhyayata Vishnu Tretayam Jajata Mukha. In Treta Yuga, performing fire sacrifice. And Dwapara Paricharya. In Dwapara Yuga, worshipping Krishna with paraphernalia. And Kali Yuga, Hari Kirtanat. In Kali Yuga, only Hari Kirtan means singing and dancing and chanting, but that is Bhakti Yuga. In Kali Yuga. The easiest method to control our mind, in Kali Yuga, meditation is very difficult. Even Arjuna denied. Arjuna said, Chanchalang hi manah Krishna pramathi balabhadridam tasyahang nigrahang manne vayuriva sudushkaram. You can control even storm, you can control wind, but you cannot control mind, because it is Chanchala. Chanchalang hi manah Krishna. And what Krishna replied? Yes, you are correct. Krishna said, yes, you are correct. Krishna said to Arjuna, your mind is chanchal. But abhashanato kantaya vairagyana chagrijjate. By practicing and by renunciation, you can develop this, you can control your mind. And what kind of practice? That Krishna says in many places, Jaginamapi sarveshang madgatana antaratmana saddhavan bhajate jomang shame yuktatamamata. Among all the yogis, the highest yogi is bhakta. It is fact. If you have devotion, you can do anything. If you love somebody, you can sacrifice your life. You understand? So love is the highest power in this world. And love means bhakti. Love means bhakti. That's why meditation without love will not produce any fruits. So bhakti should be in the root. Even for meditation you need bhakti. Without bhakti, if you meditate, you will become irritated. If you don't have love, then you will become irritated to do anything. So that's why love should be the basis of, love means bhakti. Bhakti should be the basis of, actually when you love God, that is called bhakti. So it should be the basis of all kinds of yoga, all kinds of activities. Even it should be the basis, foundation of meditation also. So that's why in Kali Yuga, because mind is already restless, chanchalang hi manah Krishna, so we should chant and dance, easiest method, taking prasadam. If you want to control your tongue, take prasadam. If you want to control your talk, speak about Krishna. If you want to control your eyes, look at Krishna's picture, look at Krishna's deity. If you want to control your ear, hear about Krishna. In this way, this is bhakti, Sravanam, Kirtanam, this is bhakti. So if you perform bhakti, this is the easiest method. Shushukam kartam abhayam can be performed very easily. Shushukam, very happily can be performed. Bhakti is the only method which can be performed very happily, very easily. We don't say don't eat, no, eat prasadam. We don't say don't look, don't see, no, see Krishna. We don't say don't smell anything which is offered to Krishna, flower, sand, agaru, chandan, food also you offer to Krishna, that you smell. By smelling you can control your mind. But if you smell which is not offered to Krishna, like some meat or ganja, that will pollute your mind. So whatever is connected to Krishna, if you devote your mind and heart to Krishna consciousness, then you can be successful in meditation, you can be successful in karma, you can be successful in jnana. You understand? But bhakti should be the root. This is our ISKCON teaching. Clear? Any other question?
What is the ultimate of devotion?
Ultimate of devotion is to go back to Godhead. Now we are in the prison house. This is a prison house. You see, Mataji is suffering. So it is the proof that this is a prison house. We will also, it is not that we will escape suffering. Suffering will come to everybody. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Bedhi. We take birth repeatedly. Birth, death, going on. Then Janma, Mrityu, we die repeatedly. As many times we take birth, we also die. Janma, Mrityu, Jara means old age. Bedhi means disease. So these things are punishment given in this prison house. But if you become bhakta, if you devote your life to Krishna and follow Krishna's order, then you will be freed from this prison house and you will go back to the planet of Krishna. You will go back to the Krishna Loka planet, the spiritual world. There you will be eternal. There will be no death also. You will become Amar. Amar means deathless. And you will enjoy life with Krishna, with God. Is it clear? This is the achievement, this is the ultimate destination of bhakti.
Acha, I have one question.
Mm.
Somebody have told me once you attain Vairagya,
Mm.
you attain moksha.
Mm.
Is it true?
Yes, but moksha also will not satisfy you. Moksha means you are freed from this world. But if you don't get higher engagement, one patient is released from hospital. That is like moksha. Okay, he was not eating any good thing, good food in the hospital, so he was released. But after getting released from hospital, returning home also, his relatives are telling you cannot eat nice food. So what is the use of that moksha? You have to eat nice food, then your life is, joyful. So when you go to Krishna Loka planet, that is above moksha. Above moksha means there you can enjoy prasadam, there you can enjoy everything. In Krishna Loka planet, you can enjoy life. But in moksha, there is cessation of suffering. There is no suffering in moksha. Moksha means life without suffering, but not with enjoyment. For enjoyment, you have to go to spiritual world where Krishna is there. Golak Vrindavan, we say Golak Vrindavan, where varieties are there. In moksha, there is no varieties. That is impersonal Brahma Jyoti. You will be staying there for millions of years, but there is no variety. So that moksha will not satisfy the soul. Soul needs variety, soul needs reciprocation of love. That's why you have to go to the ultimate planet called Golak Vrindavan.
So there is a difference between moksha and nirvana?
No, moksha and nirvana is same.
It's same. Okay, so moksha means once you attain moksha, you don't have to come back again.
No, you have to come back. It is written in Bhagavatam, Arujya krichena parang padang tata patanti adha anadrita jishmadangraya. When you go to moksha, go to impersonal Brahman, then you feel lonely. You feel lonely because there is no suffering, but there is no enjoyment also. So you feel lonely. Then you come back. Patanti adha, it is written, they come down. That means from impersonal Brahman, you come down to this earthly planet. You understand? So the solution is that you must get spiritual varieties. And that is available in spiritual world, Krishna Loka planet. We say Krishna Loka planet or Golak Vrindavan. When you go to Golak Vrindavan, there are variegatedness, varieties of enjoyment given by Krishna. And it's full of varieties. Like there are rivers, there are mountains, there are animals, there are forests. Everything is there. But in impersonal Brahman, only light. Only light. So if you are in light for millions of years, you feel lonely. Without loving reciprocation, without loving exchange, without variety, you feel lonely, you are not satisfied. So you come down. So from moksha also you come down. But if you go to the spiritual world, Krishna says, Jadgatana nivartante tadhama paramang mama. If you can go back to Krishna, then you never come back. You never take birth again. But if you get moksha, you can come back.
But lot of practices, like in spiritual practice, what I have heard about is ultimate is moksha. People only talk about moksha.
See, that is also moksha. If you go to spiritual world, to Krishna Loka, that is moksha with variety, and there is another moksha without variety. If you go to impersonal Brahman, it is called Brahma Jyoti. Brahma Jyoti means only light, spiritual light. There is no suffering. That is also moksha. And if you go to Krishna Loka planet, which is called Golak Vrindavan, that is also moksha. That is also moksha. The only difference is that moksha in impersonal Brahman is moksha without varieties. And moksha in Krishna Loka planet or Golaka Vrindavan is a kind of moksha which is full of varieties. There are 5 kinds of moksha. Salakya, Sarsti, Shamipya, Saripyakattam, Apyuta, Diyamanangna, Grinnati, Binamat, Sevanang Jana. There are 5 kinds of moksha. One moksha is merging into impersonal Brahma Jyoti. That is the 3rd class moksha. That devotees, they never want that. Because I go to impersonal Brahma Jyoti and I remain there for millions of years, then I feel lonely and I come back. Because variety is the mother of enjoyment, and in impersonal Brahman there is no variety, only light. So this is called Sajujya. Then Saruppa means you go to Vaikuntha planet, you get form of Narayan. You understand? You look like God. You are not God, you are servant of God, but your appearance will look like God. That is called Saruppa. Saruppa means same bodily features. Then Sarshti means you become as opulent as God. I mean, God is rich, you become also rich. You understand? Sarshti. Samippa means you live near God. You understand? You live near Narayan, near Krishna. That is another kind of moksha. Then Saruppa, Sarshti, Samippa. Saruppa Kattam. Saruppa means same bodily features. And another is merging into impersonal Brahman. So there are like these, 4 or 5 kinds of moksha. But out of all these moksha, it is said, going to Golok Vrindavan is the highest kind of moksha, because there you get varieties, you get enjoyment, Anandamaya Bhashat. Krishna is full of pleasure and he distributes pleasure to his devotees, and it is full of varieties. So everybody likes, soul likes varieties, because variety is the mother of enjoyment. So in spiritual world, when you get moksha, where there is varieties, that moksha is the highest moksha. Is it clear or not? Otherwise you get lower moksha. See, 5 kinds of mokshas are explained in Bhagavatam, and other mokshas are, 4 kinds of mokshas are called lower moksha. We need highest moksha, that is going back to Krishna, going back to spiritual world called Golok Vrindavan, where your life will be full of varieties, full of love. Krishna Prem, we say Krishna Prem. And you must know, without love, life is a desert. You may have so much money, so much bank balance, so much business, so many relatives. Nobody loves you. You will feel like desert. So there is a planet of love. That is Krishna's planet, God's planet. Because God is the most lovable person. God knows how to reciprocate your love. We don't know how to reciprocate love. We don't know the science of love. Only God knows the science of love. Only God can honor your love. God can reciprocate your love. So to really enjoy love, you have to go to God. You understand? In this world, it is a reflection of polluted love. Sometimes lover kill his beloved. Isn't it? There is divorce in marriage. Father is sometimes, becoming son's enemy. Son is becoming father's enemy. In this world, love is polluted. But if you go to spiritual world, you can reciprocate love with Krishna like son, like friend, like, even like husband. There are 5 kinds of rasa, mellow, sweetness, that can be exchanged with Krishna. And if you achieve that moksha, that is the highest type of moksha. Understand? So understanding in general is not good. You have to understand in detail. So when you understand in detail, then you will cry for variegatedness. You will cry for a loving relationship with God. That is called Bhakti Yoga. Is it clear?